Hello everyone. In this session, I'm going to discuss a topic from paper 204 or environmental education. And the title of the topic is Formal and Non-Formal Agencies of Environmental Education. So here I begin. We all know that education is a lifelong process. And when we consider learning, it is often said that learning progresses along with the growth of an individual. The individual learns various things from the parents and family members and even from the community. After joining the school or even without schooling, an individual learns many things through peer groups, friends, television, films, radios, and so on. This learning takes place by observation and imitation in an informal way. You must have seen that very young children can sing nursery rhymes, read out the English alphabet even without joining school or prior to joining school. This is so because they have learned and grasped things from the family members through imitation. Hence, this type of learning or education is called informal or incidental education. Formal education, on the other hand, is institutionalized, structured, and graded. There is a chronology to learning starting from pre primary or nursery class right up to the university level. There is a specified syllabus to be covered in each class, and also there are types of examinations, working hours, and days that are specifically set for each course or level. Now, non formal education is the educational activity organized outside the formal system of education. It is simple and flexible and can be delivered at any place convenient to the learners. It is generally designed to meet the basic needs or the basic learning needs of disadvantaged groups and can be availed at any age. So, in case of non-formal education, age there is no age bar. Therefore, out of school children, working children, girls, and even adults who cannot attend school for the whole day can join this program. Now, according to the UNESCO, any organized and sustained educational activities that do not correspond exactly to the definition of formal education is considered as non-formal education. Non-formal education may therefore take place within and outside educational institutions and cater to persons of all ages. Again, depending on the country's context, it may cover educational programs to impart adult literacy, basic education for out of school children, and then life skills, etc., depending upon the needs of the country. Now, with this, I hope you are clear with the difference between formal and non formal education. Now, let us see how environmental education can be imparted through the different agencies, that is, the formal and non formal agencies. We'll first consider the formal agencies. The formal agencies for imparting environmental education include schools, colleges, universities, and even professional institutions. The formal agencies provide environmental education limited to a specific period and have a well defined and systematic curriculum. The best approach in any awareness program is to propagate through children and youth as they quickly take to new ideas, and as we know, children and youths are the future activists. Hence, it is quite appropriate to introduce environmental education through the formal agency of the school. Through the formal agencies, therefore, formal environmental education begins right from the primary school level. Now, as I've mentioned, in the formal agencies, curriculum should be constructed taking into account the class and age of the students. Therefore, the contents at the primary stage must be easily accessible to the young minds or must suit the young minds, and so the emphasis should be on building up environmental awareness in the child. Alright, so at this level, the stress should be more on environmental awareness. Next, by the lower secondary level, the child is conscious about the physical, social, and aesthetic aspects of the environment. So, at this stage and even beyond, interdisciplinary approach must be adopted. And so, the emphasis must be on increasing the knowledge about environmental problems, conservation, and even sustainable development. Again, the medium of imparting environmental education is not only through books, or should not only be through books, but also through first hand experiences, field activities, and other eco development camps or any other activities. The activities in environmental education system, you should know that they vary from place to place and from state to state or country to country. However, there are similar activities that are being carried out in the different parts of the world or the different countries. Now, in our country, India, the National Council of Educational Research and Training, or the NCERT, have developed a curriculum framework based on which many good textbooks and instructional materials have been designed. Again, even the University Grants Commission or the UGC shoulders the responsibility of providing environmental education at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels through the different colleges, universities, and other professional institutions. Environmental studies is part of the curriculum of mainly all the science courses in universities. Now, even social sciences or humanities and even education are having papers on environmental education at the PG level. Courses on the various aspects of environmental science and engineering are also taught in many engineering colleges, polytechnics, and most IITs. Environmental engineering includes subjects like civil engineering, town and country planning, and then human settlements, landscaping, industrial designs, then uh, designing of environmental friendly technologies, and many others. Again, another area of formal environmental education is taught in the form of environmental management. And under management, subjects or papers such as, say, waste management, wildlife management, conservation of natural resources, then forestry, water resources management, and many others are included. At the postgraduate level, environmental education also includes social ecology, like human ecology, sociology, psychology, counseling, and then environmental ethics, and many other subjects. Further, you will see that case studies are also taken up at identified areas as dissertation and field work reports, and even researches are being conducted on specific environmental problems. Now I will tell you a bit on the present situation of formal environmental education in India. Now, by this time, okay, all right, there are nearly 200 departments of environmental studies in the universities and colleges all over India. These institutions offer degree or diploma programs covering all aspects of environmental sciences and engineering. There are also programs in environmental sciences or environmental studies. Besides these, diplomas and then bachelor's degree, master's degree, then MPhil, PhD programs in environmental sciences or environmental studies are also being offered. Then there are also courses at the master's level, like master's in engineering, then we have MTech or PhD programs in environmental engineering, which are being offered by civil engineering and chemical engineering departments. Again, there are postgraduate degree programs in environmental management and courses which leads to MSc in environmental chemistry or environmental biology or even geology or even environmental toxicology. Further, environmental education at doctorate level is also available in different universities and autonomous research and development institutions funded by the central government or even the state governments and agencies such as the CSIR, the ICAR, or the ICMR. Thus, we can see that formal education in environmental education through the through the various disciplines such as humanities, sciences, or engineering is available in India up to the highest possible level, right? So now we move on to the non-formal agencies. As mentioned earlier, non-formal education is an integral part of lifelong learning concepts that allows young people as well as adults to acquire and maintain the skills, abilities, and outlook needed to adapt to a continuously changing environment. It can be acquired on the personal initiative of each individual through the different learning activities taking place outside the formal educational system, that is, through the non formal education mode. Non formal environmental education provides key opportunities for creating environmentally literate citizens outside the formal classroom setting. In this type of education system, programs are developed to increase environmental education opportunities for all citizens of our society and are used for delivery techniques that go beyond formal environmental education. Further, non formal environmental education includes creating awareness and trainings which play a significant role in encouraging and enhancing people's participation in activities aimed at conservation, protection, and management of the environment. And all these, as you know, are essential for achieving a sustainable development. Now, in our country, India, the Ministry of Environment and Forests therefore accords priority for the promotion of non formal environmental education and creation of awareness among all sections of the society through diverse activities using traditional and modern medium of communication. Now, some of the major activities undertaken by the Ministry of Environment and Forests in this regard, with the support of the different state governments, may be enumerated as follows. Okay. Firstly, the Ministry of Environment and Forest has been conducting national environment awareness campaigns. In short, it is the NEAC. Every year since 1986 to create environmental awareness amongst the general masses. A central theme is selected for the campaign every year, and the activities selected for the campaign focus on this theme. The objectives of this scheme is to create mass awareness among general public, students and other target groups about environmental problems and to take measures for environmental protection through active involvement of the NGOs and even educational institutions. Then we also have the State Council for Science and Technology, which has been set up in the different states to assist the ministry in planning, implementing, monitoring, and even evaluating the campaigns in the states. Under the scheme, the Council motivates all NGOs, schools, or institutions in the state to celebrate all environmentally important days such as Earth Day, Biodiversity Day, World Environment Day, then International Day for Preservation of Ozone Layer, and many other days which are directly linked to awareness and preservation of the environment. Further, a program of raising the National Green Corps through the eco clubs was also launched during the year 2001-2002. Under this program, eco clubs have been set up in different schools of the country. This program is being implemented in each of the states and and union territories through the nodal agency appointed by the state or the union territories. Other activities include environmental education through Children's Science Congress. The National Children's Science Congress is an effort to encourage experimental learning by working on open ended projects. Now, generally, children of 10 to 17 years of age can participate in this event held at district, state, and even at the national level. This activity is generally organized at the district and state levels first, and then it goes up to the national level. The students are encouraged to design projects on various themes related to the environment. So apart from this, we also have other activities like organization of various workshops, seminars, trainings, exhibitions and competitions at the district or state level. Further, environment related quiz and essay writing competitions on various themes are also organized on the occasion of environmentally important days. Hmm. Again, activities such as plantation, waste recycling, and cleanup campaigns are also being taken by different NGOs, okay, to spread awareness and also to encourage participation amongst the masses or the general public towards environmental protection and conservation. So, on this, pamphlets and booklets on environmental issues are also usually distributed among students and also community members. Well, students, from the discussion, I hope you have understood about the formal and non formal agencies of environmental education. So, I'll stop here for this session. In case of doubts, you can always seek clarification through emails. Thank you.